Okay, people. So, oh, I love being surprised by films, people, as you know, right? And man, just got surprised. Just got really nicely surprised. So, yeah, the other day got sent information about this new film, Blonde Purple. And you know what I mean? It's one of them ones, right? It's a title that you're like, huh, that don't give anything away. Right? Don't give anything away. So you're just like, oh, what is this film? It was a British film. You know what I mean? Which you always want to support, right? And there's so many great British films that come out, but don't get the publicity. So it's just like, all right, let me give this a look, right? Let me give this a look. And yo, as I said, I was really pleasantly surprised with it. So it is from director Marcus Flemmings, who wrote it as well. You might recognize the name from 6 Rounds or Palindrome, right? But Flemmings is back. And yeah, this is just as good as those other features. So he also produced the film along with Haydar Zafar. Mary Patterson is the assistant producer, and AJ Aurora is an executive producer. The music is handled by Billy Jupe. Zafar also handles the cinematography, right? Mike Pike, he edits the film. Andrew Davis handles the casting. Zafar, she's wearing as many hats as Flemmings on this. She takes care of the production design. Costume design is Hannah Hudge. Makeup is Rachel McDonald and Rose Redrup. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's a lot of other talented individuals behind this film. The Wizards handle the visual effects. And our cast. Well, I mean, this is an interesting one because our main 2 characters don't have names. So let's just say our let's just say our main characters, right? Our dude is played by Julian Moore-Cook, and our lass, the young lady, is played by Ellie Bindman. Now, our dude's partner is played Nath, right? He's played by Adam J. Bernard. Oh man, who else do we have up in this? All right, so Nath has a helper called Lisa. She is played by Jessica Moraine. Let's say our nameless man, right? He has help. Well, he's got a parole officer called Sadia. She's played by the very talented Jennifer Lee Moon. We've got Adresta, who's played by Jess Radomowska. The bartender, who you're gonna see this bartender. He's played by Joe Galena. Now we've our main dude, right? We see him as a younger lad. Now this younger version of him is played by David and Nagra Odawa. We've got Ant, who's played by Richard Sandling. Stooley, who's played by Oliver Silver. Who else do we have that's right? Alan is played by Daniel Jordan. Jean Jones is played by Stella Taylor. Jane Perkins. Oh, Jane Perkins is played by Emily Swain. I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh, got to give a shout out to our interrogation cop, who's played by Al Gregg. Right? Yeah, he definitely needs a shout out for sure. And the film itself, right? So the gist is an out of his depth, inexperienced criminal is stuck in a bank after a heist went wrong. How will he get out? Right? That's the question. So yeah, as you can imagine, right? So this has got elements of a bank heist to it. And as I said, look, I was very much surprised, right? So the film starts and we get this montage of images. Montage of images. Now, think what Spike Lee did at the end of Black Klansman. That's the kind of thing that we get here. So out of the gate, I'm like, thought this was a heist. How does this play into things? What's happening here, right? And we open up, and we got this guy, and he is losing it. He is losing it. There's a young girl, and she's kind of a little worried, right? And the guy, yeah, he's real, just like out. It seems out of his depth, and you're like, yo, what the fuck is happening here? What's happening here? And it looks like everything has just gone insane. Everything has gone really insane. And as the story unfolds, right, you're seeing, okay, so yeah, the heist went pear-shaped. Heist pear-shaped. Now they're stuck in the office of the bank. He's got a hostage, and looks like it ain't gonna end well. Right, this young girl, she's saying some stuff, he's losing it. There's an interrogation officer, a negotiator. That's what it is. Been negotiator, right? Interrogation negotiator, and he ain't helping his situation. So you're like, what's gonna happen here, right? What's gonna happen here? Because this film, you know what I mean? It's yeah, yeah, like it's around 2 hours, but you're thinking, looks like it's going to end any point soon, right? How are they going to flesh this out, right? Because everything seems to be taking place in this little office. And look, you can think of the amount of films that are done in a single location, right? We've seen it done not so well, but then listen, I've said it before, right? Ryan Reynolds was in that film Buried, which was excellent. And main of the film, we got Reynolds in a coffin in the ground, right? But the film was so compelling. Last year, we had Oxygen, a Netflix joint, right? And again, a girl, she's basically the whole film in a Oy. A life a life raft tanky thing, right? I know there's a proper name for it. My mind is I can't think of what the name is, but that's what she's in. You know what I mean? So we have this, and it's just like, all right, okay, huh? Oh, this is intriguing. How's it gonna play out? Right? And so we're watching all of this, and it's so like, right? And then recently we had The Guilty, the American adaptation of the Danish film with Jake Gyllenhaal, right, as the cop. Again, pretty much in one location, all very intriguing. So he done well. But how is Flemmings handling this, right? And then we get a flashback. We jump back 26 days. No, 26 weeks. Is it 26 weeks? Oh, god damn it, my memory. No, I think it's 26 days. 26 days before the heist. And whew, I mean, right? The situation we see, we're just like, well, this seems sus, right? It doesn't seem a great situation. And what's our dude doing? What's he doing? Like, man, it looks like you have no cards. You know? So we're getting this backstory. The backstory is getting drip fed to us throughout the film in these flashbacks, which are have great names. Like we got the gun, right? And um the long story, right? So we have these kind of chapter breaks, as it were, that flesh out these periods in time which are leading up to this heist, this botched heist. And yeah, like they're in order of occurrence, but it's not like this one leads into this one. They're different chunks of time that we're getting thrown back into. And it gives you these threads, these interesting threads of the story, but it's not done in a haphazard way. God, I can't speak, people. It's not done in a haphazard way. Like everything that happens, it happens at this appropriate time in the story where our dude and lass, right? They're discussing, they're talking, they're beefing over certain things. And sometimes a question is poised, like, where was your plan? Right? And we might get the flash. Right. And so it all fits together. It's although, right, these sequences, as I said, look, they're not connecting in a a clearly linear way. They in the time frame, right, all makes sense, and it makes sense for the story, but you're learning more and more as it goes on. We're getting a little bit more information into both of these characters, right, because they both get them. And as this information is fed to us, right, your understanding on the situation is constantly changing, and of the characters, right? You definitely start to emphasize, right? You start to emphasize, you feel for them, right? Even though the situations might not be the smartest, they might not be great, but we're feeling for these characters, and you're like, yo, damn, okay, all right, so this is going on. Oh man, how did you, why would you, and oh man, it's so enjoyable. And all these flashbacks, they're so fun and intriguing. And there's so many layers because you will, at the beginning, you will have a perception on where this might be going. And every time we learn something new, shit changes, right? Shit changes, and you are just like, okay, right, now I think this might happen. And then another change, you're like, yo, what is going on? I am baffled. Well, I'm not baffled, but I'm just baffled by these events, by how this could happen, right? How could you let yourself be drawn into this craziness, right? So you're definitely feeling it. You're feeling it, and it's, oh man, it's really good. It is really good because, man, so there's so many twists and turns that make sense, right? We're not getting thrown here any uh deuce machinas, right? None of that crazy be like, wait, huh? Well, there was no reference to, there's none of that. So yeah, rest assured, people, but you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to everything that's going down. And there is this racial tension going throughout the film that, oh man, it really makes sense. And then you understand the beginning montage, right? Because this thing, there's these discussions about words and usage of words, right? That you're like, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. And you're like, yes, I'm really enjoying because we're seeing mindsets and everyone like you kind of think sometimes, right? We get one-dimensional characters with no depth, which I don't really feel I need to say. I think one-dimensional does, basically you're saying no depth, right? So yeah, but anyway, yeah, we're getting these characters and man, you're getting this understanding from them, right? Although certain things seem mad reckless, right? When the characters break down certain actions and mindsets, you're like, well, yeah, I could get behind that, right? I get behind that, and we see this manipulation and just, oh, it is compelling. It's real compelling, but you just don't know. Right? You are kept guessing until the end. And whew, till the end. What an ending. What an ending. God damn it. Flemings puts us through the motherfucking ringer here, people. Damn. Now, look, there have been films that end in a certain way, which have everyone talking, what the fuck? I think this is the next edition. I think there's going to be a load of people with a lot of different interpretations on what the fuck went down. And that is great, right? This is one of those films that once it finishes, you are mulling this over, right? You're thinking, okay, all right, but all right, so no, that must have happened. Or, man, yo, if you just see how Omi fell into that trap and ah, yeah, it is so good. And people, you will get to watch it. You will get to watch it from Tuesday, the 30th of November. Tuesday, the 30th of November, and it's coming to all your favorite VODs, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, right? Xbox, all the VOD, just anywhere where you get films, right? You will find this there. And trust me, you will want to check out Blonde Purple because within the film, you see these little nods to stuff. I feel there's nods to stuff, right? But it doesn't feel like anything you have seen before, right? Doesn't feel like anything you've seen before. And we've seen some great heist films, right? But this gives it this brand new flavor. And that is so compelling. It is so compelling that you get a story, right? That we've seen kind of similar stories, but not this story. Not this story. Flemings, he does a great job of keeping you gripped all the way through. The cinematography is great. Every scene has this a fitting feel. There's no mood music, but the way the camera moves and zooms in on people and the focus, it lets you know what the fuck is going on, who we should be following here, all of that, right? It is great. And the acting, now our nameless duo, they do such a great job. Because remember, it's just in a room. They're just in a room and it's them talking a lot of the film. But man, you're gripped because it's all about tone. It's all about delivery. And we get that also from the hostage negotiator, right? So it's all simmering, it's all building up, and then our other characters like Sadia, you know what I mean, and just Lisa and all these other people, they all have their very own distinctive voice, which is great. There's a lot of sarcasm in this film, but no one sounds the same, people. No one sounds the same. So everyone has delivered to the utmost. And you know what that means? It means we get a exceptional film. We get a great film, people. So You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Yeah, that means you need to mark down the 30th of November on your calendar and make sure you go check out Blonde Purple. And trust me, people, you will not be disappointed. And I'm sure you will have this on repeat. You will be going back to this film, trust me. You will be going back to this film. You'll be telling all your peoples, have you seen Blonde Purple? Well, you need to get your asses to see Blonde Purple. All right. So, 30th of November, people, do your thing and get a little crazy into your life. All right. Do it, people. Go.